Hi guys, I'm in Princeton, Kentucky, and I just want to start off. I'm at the Ideal Market, and there's an old kerosene pump. Well, the pump is vintage. I've never seen a kerosene pump. Thought that was cool. And also here at the Ideal Market, we have a payphone. It doesn't work. I already checked it out, but it's not something you see every day. Not anymore. I used to hang out with those payphones. I would sit in my car. I would talk to a couple friends I would talk to. Long gone are those days, but it's really nice to see one, and it's definitely vintage now. I consider it, well, most would, especially the kids today, would consider that an ancient artifact. Alright, so we're going to drive around Princeton. I just Googled some information, and Princeton is the county seat of Caldwell County, and it has a population, according to Wikipedia, I believe in 2022 was 6,200 rounded. So now there are several notable people from here, and one that I want to point out is Mabel Stark. She was the first woman tiger tamer for the Ringling Brothers. So I thought that was pretty cool. And also there was some Civil War history here. In 1861, Confederate soldiers took over the Princeton College, and they took over one of the buildings and used it as a hospital. And then in 1862, Union soldiers occupied the building. And then in 1864, Confederate Allied Hill and Lion raided the town, and they razed the courthouse. That usually means they burned it down, I bet. Then I don't know anything about the tobacco wars. That was a major thing here. They said that this town was the center for the riots, or not the riots, but the wars, tobacco wars. And that was in the early 1900s. And then in 2021, there was an EF4 tornado that came through. So there's a lot of history here in Princeton, not to mention that really cool old antique payphone. So here we have it. That's a Baptist church. Look at that. So downtown. Let's pull over right here. Police officers all over the place here. Gonna pull in right here. We're gonna see this courthouse. It's all about. Okay, so I don't know where I'm at. I was thinking that was a courthouse, and there was a police officer like right behind me, so I was a little nervous. I always get nervous, even though when I'm not doing anything wrong. They have the power to take money from me. Okay, so look at this old theater. That sign is awesome. Oh, look, that's like Art Deco style. Are they still open? Oh, I think so. Well, maybe not. Wow. Let's go across the street. Downtown Princeton. Oh wow, Capitol Theater. It's definitely has some damage. Maybe it was damaged by the tornado, because that's not your regular dilapidated damage. But at least the sign's still there. I mean, that's definitely a guess, but wow, that's really cool. Oh, and look right here on the corner, I barely walked 3 steps, and there is the Dollar General. Princeton, Kentucky. Dollar General. Small town America. One of 20,000. Okay, so we're going to walk down here and see this big grand church. This is Presbyterian Church. It's July 3rd, 2024. I was heading home from my trip and I wasn't going to do any videos today because it was going to be straight go home day, but when I saw that payphone, look at that church, I don't know what that is. Plus, we need to get it along the way, right? That's the dress company, looks like. So there are 2 churches, 3 churches right here. I wonder if they're friends. So that was 4 churches. So that's the Central Presbyterian Church. And this is the First Baptist Church. Look at that steeple. Look at the weather vane up there. I haven't seen that in a while. I haven't seen that, but usually it's a cross or just one piece of metal. Okay, so this is the First Baptist Church. Okay, so this is connected. This is all the same. So maybe they have a school there or something. I wonder if it was always Baptist. That looks kind of like well, it's definitely Baptist because it's ingrained into the building I see under the pillar. Well, this historical marker over there, we'll go see that. It's beautiful. Definitely beautiful. We don't. So First Baptist, maybe this is, so that's, I'm confused. This is, but this is all the same here. Oh, here's a marker here. First Baptist Church organized on March 30th, 1850, even before the Civil War, under the leadership of the Reverend James Mansfield and a Presbyterian from Donaldson. Harmony and New Bethel Baptist churches began with 11 members. The first church built in 1851 and stood on Vine Street. It was used by Union troops as a hospital and stable for their horses. The first, that was used as a stable? Stood on Vine Street. Okay, so not this one. Wow, so the Union used the church as a stable for their horses. How wrong is that? Okay, so this is the Methodist Church. That's what I was thinking this might be. Ogden Memorial United Methodist Church. All right, so we're gonna gawk at this for a minute. These are early buildings, thank goodness tornado spared them. So the Ogden Memorial United Methodist Church. Congregation organized in 1818. Now they are pretty early. As a Methodist Episcopal church at home of Richard Barnes, a tanner. First meeting house later built beside his home on South Jefferson Street became M.E. Church South 1845 when National Church split over slavery. Renamed to honor of Benjamin Ogden, first minister appointed to Western Kentucky and Tennessee by Bishop Asbury. It's huge. Flowers. Okay, now Moving on down this main street here. The courthouse must be around the corner. His last command. These nice old buildings. They look like they're all full too. That's awesome. Okay, the courthouse is on the left. Yeah. There it is. Okay, I spoke too soon on the buildings. That one's for rent, but that's a nice building. A lot of space. Right on the corner, right across from the courthouse. Somebody should put a flea market in here. That would be perfect. Let's see how much space they have in here. Oh yeah, it'd be great for a little flea market or a resale shop. Alright, so here we are. The Caldwell County Courthouse. Princeton, Kentucky. Get back here so we get a good picture of it. Beautiful. How old do you think that is? I'm going to guess. I don't know, maybe 20s. Oh, look, there's the eagle things. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Forget what you call those. Yeah, this is 20s or 30s, I'm guessing. So it looks a little bit earlier than, well, I don't know. The side, it kind of looks a little Art Deco. So we'll guess 1930s until we find out.
Clay, there's a courthouse, a sister to this.
What was?
Huh?
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
There's a courthouse over in Clay, Kentucky.
Okay.
A sister to this one.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
looks a lot.
The other side is the north side because that's north of town, and this is the south side.
That's the
Oh.
west.
That's south.
This is
side.
the east.
Okay, okay.
The
And
west is out. Yeah.
oh, and where was the tornado?
Ashmore, the tornado was. What's weird about it? This town is run by rich people, and the churchgoers are cool. But out there, south, Country Club Hills, Deer. Field Drive.
And what'd you say?
Out there past the country club.
The UK
is
University
where the tornado
thing.
hit.
The UK University thing is out there off the hospital road, ain't it?
Yeah.
Down that way?
But Asmore, have you heard about the Asmore Museum?
it's
You go
straight up
north
there.
that way, and there's a yellow. It's been there. Catherine Garrett. When you see, if you notice, some of these buildings had Garrett on them because that was her daddy.
Oh,
She
wow.
owned them. Yeah, she owned Asmore.
Is
It's
she
a
still
museum.
around?
Well, they told my
family?
cousin told me she knew her. My cousin told me she had a big old black poodle, and when the poodle died, she gave it a burial.
Well, I would have too. That was her only
Oh,
best
wow.
friend and companion.
Yeah,
she
only
was.
best friend
She's
she
out.
had.
She was a recluse and antisocial.
Oh,
She
wow.
didn't marry. She was afraid money. Man, she didn't want men to take her money.
Yeah.
Her daddy didn't want her to marry.
My mama knew her. I mean.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, my mama. She was born in 1924. My grandmother, my granddad, his dad. I'm James Franklin Richardson III, and he's junior, and he was a World War II veteran, and they were born in the Roaring '20s.
Oh,
My
wow.
92-year-old grandmother lives on East Green Street. She's still got her mind. She's got
Your
backbone.
grandma's still
I tell you
living.
what, she's been with me through the ups and downs through September
her and I
18th,
had one
1979, the year I was born. Yeah.
I
Oh,
live
wow.
next door to her. We help one another. His granny in there.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
me and my
That's
mother-in-law
awesome.
for 25 years.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's when everything's cool.
You need to get out of this hot sun.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
nice
guys.
meeting you.
And what is your name again?
My name is James Richardson, but they call me Buddy. They
Okay.
call him Richardson.
Richie, oh, I said,
Okay.
hey, just remember Richie Rich. You met somebody with the name Richie Richardson. That's what everybody calls me. They
All
know
right.
buddy.
And is it okay to put this on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
God bless
All
y'all.
right.
God
All
bless
right.
y'all.
Thank
What's
you.
your name?
Your name again, honey?
Well, that was interesting. All right. Well, there we go. And down the road here, we're going to see the saw that side of the courthouse. Now I think that's another church over there. The old town. Okay, we're gonna go across the street. I guess I should use the crosswalk. Gather on me. So this is Main Street right here. That courthouse is pretty nice. Jaunt over here. It is hot. They're right about that. It's hot in Kentucky. Okay, there's the fire department, I believe. That's the east side of the courthouse. Oh, now look at that old fire truck. Isn't that cool? Huh. Oh, there's the county jail right there. Caldwell County Jail. It doesn't look very big. It must go back a little ways. We don't want to hang out here too long just in case they need to fill it up or something. All right, okay, yeah, that's a pretty small jail, huh? Okay, and there's the fire department again. We're gonna go over here and check out this fire wagon a little closer. Number 3. I don't know my fire trucks, but I'm gonna guess this is probably from the 40s or 50s. Probably 40s. F6. Oh, here it goes. Dr. W.L. Cashmere, Councilman Fred B. Jake, Howard Stone, Waldington, E.H. Jenkins, W.G. Pickering, C.E. Kircheville, and Gordon Glenn, Assistant Chief. Kircheville was Fire Chief. Look at that, that's nice. Central Ford. Okay, yeah, so see the plate? I'm gonna guess that might actually be the 30s. Definitely not 50s. I'd say 30s to 40s. Wow, they have some neat stuff here. Wow, look at that fire truck. No, there's a really neat old bell. I'm assuming that's the old fire bell they would probably use. There's that gel again. Look how nice that is. Oh, I was going to see if that police officer would tell us what year it was, but he ran away. So cool. Good view of the courthouse. I do think it's okay. I'm sticking with my original guess. I'm going to say 30s. If it's not, it's probably late 20s. That's just a guess, of course. All right. Well, there's the old Princeton number 3 fire department fire wagon. Let's go around a corner here. Okay, so I just walked in there to ask some information about the courthouse and that fire truck, and they didn't know the age, so the people in the courthouse might know. But I just learned that the Trail of Tears goes through here. Now, I didn't read that on Wikipedia. I mean, maybe it was on there and I just didn't know. Okay, so somehow I am now in the courthouse. I just asked the gentleman outside. We have a men's restroom, but not a women's. Don't see the women's. But he said it was built from 39 to 41. Then there's a plaque. Yeah, there's the women's restroom. See, I did say 30s, but I thought maybe it was earlier than that, because it had a different look, and that's because it was going into the 40s. Oh, it was part of the WPA program. So 1940. That's awesome. Sheriff's office.
Did you see the big one?
Hold on just a second. I just want to get a picture of this, the floor. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I just found out.
I'll show you some more stuff.
Okay, so Dennis had told me that, gave me a tour, a little bit of a tour of the courthouse, and showed me some things that I wanted to get, and what I was just zoning in on there was tobacco leaves. And then up here, they have presidents' faces all alongside the building. He also told me that the judge is 28 years old. He's very proud of his judge. He said that he's going places. The judge likes to put red lights in those because those are light poles. And then when they don't have the red lights, they just put regular clear bulbs. They're beautiful. It is very almost Art Deco. But it was, as we were looking at earlier, done by the work program Roosevelt put into place. Now, Black Patch War, this is what I don't know anything about. That's probably why those White House tobacco leaves. Here on December 1st, 1906 began Black Patch War, which lasted to the end of 1908. Night riders fought against non-cooperative farmers and businessmen who opposed the dark tobacco pull. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And there's the Caldwell County Courthouse Annex. There's that old church. Now, Dennis also just mentioned Mrs. Garrett, which those two gentlemen talked about earlier, and her house you can tour down the road. So we'll drive by that here shortly. We'll have to make it quick because I'm already off course. Everybody's really proud of their town. I would be too. They have a lot to be proud of. Okay, now that's looks like a Confederate memorial in memory of Confederate soldiers and the cause for which they fought, 1861 to 1865, erected by Tom Johnston, Chapter UDC. 1912. Okay, so now we're going to go and drive around a little bit. I've already looked down there. Okay, I had to get in the car, turn the air conditioner on. It's brutal out there today. Alright, so back to the one lady by the fire station. She said that the Trail of Tears goes through here. I don't know if I got that information. So there's the VFW post. I didn't see that. And there's that old church. There's an old gas station. Auto care center. Okay. There's a lot here. That's the city hall there on the right. We're going to see, he said that Mrs. Garrett's house, which those two gentlemen was talking about, is down here, and you can tour it and all that. So let's see if we can find it. A lot of information. Boy, that heat just zapped me. But they're so friendly here. Like one of the most friendly towns I've ever been to. They just see you taking pictures. They didn't even know I had a YouTube channel, and here the guys were just coming up and talking to me. All those two guys. Everybody's real friendly. I think that might be her house up there straight ahead. I thought he said 1 block. But that looks like a house that you can tour. This big white house. She left all of her stuff to the state. He didn't want to be on video. His name was Dennis, and he's worked there at the courthouse for 30 years, and his grandpa worked there as well. He said he retired in 2014, and by 2015 they were calling him back saying, please come back. That's awesome. And thank you, Dennis. So I don't know if that might be. That's a beauty, that's for sure. Looks silver water. We'll have to make this quick. But the Trail of Tears is in Big Springs Park, she said. So let's go down by there. Is this a one-way? Yes, of course it is. At least I noticed before I got on it this time. Oh no. Ford Cycle Barn Auto Center. It's been closed a while, looks like. It's a pretty big town. So we're not even going to cover the cusp, but I just wanted to see the courthouse and the downtown, and now we'll just go to the park to see about where they were, because it's too hot. I don't like walking around on a normal day, let alone a hot day. Oh, this postman. Wait a second. Is that a payphone? I think so. Yes, it is. Second payphone. Woo! Stuff. That's a neat old plant. But look at there. The receiver is gone. That's a Bell South. That's so cool. The old store. Oh, it was a convenience store. Okay. Hey, thank you. Yeah, it's a convenience store.
It used to be called the North Jefferson Pantry.
The North Jefferson Pantry. The North Jefferson Pantry, the postman says. That's so cool.